Welcome back, dear viewers, to season's broadcast of SRAs. Another season. So far, we're gonna, open the books to another fresh page and start a new story. That story begins, of course, with the first race of the calendar, Indianapolis.
Looks like he lines up a move. Oh, this is good tight racing right here.
Inside or outside, what's gonna happen?
That's turn 7 into the grass. Heavy booping the snoot on the barrier.
Oh, side by side into the chicane. Oh my god. Oh my god.
And we're off and away for SRA.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to SRA GT3 Team Series. Season 18 is rounding out to a very climactic ending, heading into round 8 for Division 2. I am Anton Richards, joined, of course, by Donovan Colton for the final time this season, and Jack is back, ladies and gentlemen. Jack, how was your vacation, man?
My vacation was great, but you know what I missed most?
Whopper
Being
Wednesday.
Being here for Whopper Wednesday. I'm back, baby. Let's run it.
One more time for the good. Season 18 has been very, very exciting, very tumultuous. A lot of ups and downs. We're going to get to the standings later. But, of course, we are racing at Nurburgring. It's going to be the final race of the season. And what a calendar it's been. The first half of the season, a lot of very, very commonly raced tracks. You have Suzuka, Spa, obviously 2 tracks with larger pit boxes or pit walls. So can fit more cars, obviously candidates for the big grid that we do in the off seasons. But we also have Laguna Seca in round 3 and Wet Mons in round 4, which proved to be very, very tricky for a lot of drivers, but we did see a lot of new winners. We had, of course, the early domination from Mason Moffitt, followed very closely by Michael Jeffries, the coach of SRA, in the first 2 rounds. And then, of course, a pedal malfunction after round 3. Was able to join back for Donington Park. It was very, very fast, almost caught up to the lead of the race in round 5. But we had, of course, Mason Moffitt be a winner. We had Thomas Olhausen taking the victory in round 3. We had Martin Smith in round 4 taking a victory after dethroning Sam Stott from the lead of the race. Donington Park was another fantastic race. I believe it was, oh God, was it Philip? I think it was Philip. It was Philip. Yeah.
Yes, it was.
It was Philip.
Yeah.
And then Coda, another fantastic race. Of course, that was won by, and I'm forgetting this. I'm so bad. Sorry.
Wasn't that Thomas?
Oh no, it wasn't
Thomas.
Yes, it was Thomas.
It was Thomas.
It was Thomas. Yeah.
That was 1-2. Thomas 1-2. Of course, that was even further solidifying the team standings after that in Hungaroring with Mason, drive of a champion. I know, Jack, you missed it, but honestly, if I had a word to describe that race from Mason, it was masterclass. And then, of course, round 8, Nurburgring, 1 more race to go, and that means going over the track calendar one more time. Of course, Nurburgring, not the Nordschleife, no green hell for us tonight. Sorry, Donovan. But still,
so sad.
Yeah, it's still a very infamous track, very famous track actually. Of course, raced in a lot of different categories. Raced in, used to be an F1. Last time we raced there, or F1 race there was in 2020, the Eiffel Grand Prix. Of course, Lewis Hamilton equaling Michael Schumacher's win record in that race. But here we do have the very, very famous Mercedes arena section between turns 1 and 4. Heading into sector 2, quick chicane through turn 5 and 6 here. It's very, very difficult, I must say. Very easy to lock up the fronts and then go wide. Very difficult to get the traction down into turn 6. Into turn 7, the Dunlop curve. We see a very common trend with these Dunlop corners. We have one in Suzuka, of course. But heading into turn 8 and 9, the Schumacher S's. If you remember, if you were with us back in, I think it was season 15, Donna and I were commenting D4 together with Marlon Abubo, and witnessed one of, if not the worst catastrophe D4 has ever witnessed through Schumacher S's. It was pretty bad. Heading into turn 10 and turn 11, I call this Nemesis corner. You can ask the same thing for Dan Cran. He will agree with it. Heading into sector 3, 12, 13, 14. 13, 14 chicane, of course, very, very tricky. And then the final corner, turn 15, the hairpin of Coca-Cola curve. And that is a lap of Nurburgring. And of course, what we all came here to look at and discuss are the team standings and the driver standings. Boys, take it away.
Yeah, the team standings. Well, first of all, the gold is, wrapped up. Mason Moffitt at the top there with his super dominant drive last week. But the silver should be very interesting. Jess Osborne is leading it by just 8 points over Caleb Tenney, and Caleb Tenney is looking pretty quick. He had a very good race last week, finishing P2, which was, just absolutely massive for his silver campaign when he fell back just a little bit at Coda. So definitely going to be watching out for him. He is looking also pretty quick here in the practice times. So yeah, he's going to be one definitely to look out for. Also in the running, would be Sean Curcio, who's also looking pretty quick here. So he's going to be looking at, he's a little bit farther back for the silvers, but if they get a breakaway or something, then it could be yeah, he could absolutely still be in this. But yeah, and then going on over to the team standings, that's going to be a little bit more sewn up here, but they still have to perform for Philip and Thomas. Philip did not have a great race last week, and Thomas did not show up. But they're both here for this race. They're both looking quick for this race. They both love this track, so it should be they should be pretty quick here. So they're looking at sealing the deal there on that team series. But if not, if they have a catastrophe, I guess, you know, Mike and Mason could you know, be there to pick up the pieces. I don't know if I see Mason. Oh no, he is here. He is here. Yeah, he is here.
Jack, I know you had some scenarios to go over. There was some very crazy, but
yes. So I got a little excited because I got the opportunity to make a spreadsheet. So I currently have in front of me every possible combination of points finishes amongst the silvers, just so we can get some live updates on what the total points would look like, ignoring penalties, of course. And the most fun combination that I currently have is a 4-way tie between Jess Osborne, Caleb Tenney, Sean Curcio, and Pat Croft if the following happens. We'll start off with the most important part. Pat's got to win. He's got to win outright.
Let's
Easy
go.
enough. Should be fine.
That'd be huge. That'd be so sweet.
Follow that up, Sean Curcio P3. Follow that up, Caleb Tenney P7, and Jess P9. With that, they will all be tied at 417 points, and Caleb would win the championship with his best finish of second, which happened last week.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, I
Wouldn't
mean,
that be crazy?
a lot of things to talk about. I do want to say, like, you know, I wanted to point out that the variable races really bring out the best in terms of, like, obviously we have the in-class divisions or in-class classes in each division, but kind of just goes to show, listen, if you prepare for these races properly, then anything can happen. And Caleb Tenney was able to secure a P2, was looking pretty quick for P1 for a while, but then of course the very storming drive that Mason Moffett had last week was, I mean, what can you say about it? But like I said, just pure masterclass. It was amazing to see. We are here, of course, though, for qualifying one last time. It is a pretty warm day over here at the Nurburgring, 25 Celsius ambient. Make sure you have your sunscreen on, and the track is quite toasty. I do want to say, oh, there's a... Do I see a Douglas Mitchell in here?
You do.
Oh my god.
Big Boss Man is breathing down our neck as we're trying to work.
I just noticed in the bottom left, I saw Doug's name. I was like, wait, what?
I missed my race last night, so I'm living vicariously through my former stomping ground, the much preferred Division 2.
The stomping ground, the retirement home from the fringes of D1 Silver. You and Jason just taking turns, right?
I would love to go back. Fondly are looking back, for sure. But yeah, I think that I wouldn't even be able to hold a flame to many of the people that are fighting for the team and individual championships that you just got done mentioning. They are much more consistent and much more indebted to the track than I am.
Well, Doug, you had an experience here season 15. I don't know if you remember.
I don't want to talk about it.
You can ask Doug. Doug probably knows a bit better.
Donovan and I remember this well, very well.
Yeah, we shared a lot of moments for that race.
This track has my number, and it keeps spam calling me. not ideal. Honestly, there's a lot of tracks in this game that sim, that
It's not a game.
yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
That have my number. So,
I like how it says we just see a clip or a shot where it says the official GT World Challenge game.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Kunos doesn't even respect themselves and their ability to make a sim.
Nomenclature goes a long way, you know.
Yes.
And
Indeed.
we sim racers are pretentious about it. Nonetheless, we have an exciting grid tonight, And a lot on the line, like you already mentioned, as we see Caleb Tenney literally clatter over that sausage curb with the concrete block that is the apex. So that's going to call some people out tonight.
Yeah, it's not an easy track to maneuver for the Sector 3. The chicane is very easy to get wrong, and then the exit immediately after is followed up by a pretty heavy braking zone into, of course, the final corner. But we are starting a lap here with Caleb Tenney breaking down into the 100-meter board, going as close as he can as he dares to the cone on the right side there at the apex, getting back on the power of the Aston. Of course, very easy bogging down on the power in the low speed, but quickly back on the power, heading into turn 3 into 4 here. Very tricky to get the brakes locked up here as well. The car just wants to sail by. You want to keep it tight, very, very tight. As we get up back on the power, you could hear the traction control just trying to do its best to keep the car from sliding. But Caleb Tenney through Sector 1 looks to be, of course, we are on a banker lap, so he will be improving steadily as the session goes on, but the Aston looking pretty decent so far.
The Aston's
beautiful
pretty
livery as well.
comfortable around here. I know, I love the livery. I mean, I'm super biased because that was like, you know, my childhood, but
Of course.
So yeah, love the livery. But yeah, Aston is pretty. It's a pretty comfortable car around here, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time since I've ran it around the GP circuit. Around Nords itself, it's a little bit different in the story, but around the GP circuit, it's pretty comfy around here.
I think the suspension's pretty favorable for this track. It's just this, it's basically a lot of pace is at the mercy of track limits. You have to be able to flirt with disaster, and a lot of those track limits are met with serrated curbs. So the Aston being able to eat those up is advantageous for it, for sure.
It's got a pretty weird relationship with the suspension from my experience. Sometimes it's very, very stable. You can see him flying over the curbs there. And sometimes it's not so stable. Tristan Zamora goes to the top with 55.6. Pat Cockcroft right behind him, only 400 separating the two 992 drivers. And Jess Osborne climbs to the very top. Caleb Tenney's going to cross the line here with a 3.5-tenth margin to Jess Osborne, his silver rival in the championship. Very, very solid bank lap for the Aston Martin driver.
You do see cars leaving the pit lane right behind him also, so that will add some spice to the mix here as cars jockey for position. Everyone wants their piece.
Yeah, it's a narrow track. We talked about, of course, qualifying very, very important here because it's quite difficult to overtake in the race. We do have the pit strategy being a part of the whole, shebang with trying to overtake somebody, but it's very easy to green the fronts here, especially in these cars like the Ford. They're very, very tricky to get on the power in those slow speed corners. You really want to be early on the throttle, but at the same time, really conserving those tires in the race, and it's very difficult around here. Barry Jerry with a lap of a 55.565. A lot of fives in that number there. Barry Jerry, but it's going to be a P3, not P5 for him on the track at the moment. Caleb Tenney's bank lap is proving to be very, very strong so far. 3/10 clear of the next rival. He was improving. Pat Carcroft, we talked about, Jack and his very niche scenarios. If he puts it on pole, wins.
Completely
Of course,
realistic scenario.
he needs his rivals to place very specifically in the race. 4/10 up here for the Rexy man himself. Broken elbow still. Hopefully that gets better soon. But I did speak to Pat across the season. He said that he'd honestly not go back to using two arms to drive sim racing, just because he's so used to it with one arm. Which honestly, I think that's more impressive than the whole right foot braking thing. I know some people do that. Because look at the margins here. Caleb Tenney's still holding strong in P1. Just to say that Jess Osborne goes to the top with a 54.9, but honestly, yeah, I was gonna say that's a very impressive that Pat can just maneuver that 992 with one arm.
I couldn't imagine doing either, one-armed racing or, 1 foot. I mean, I guess I'd have to if I had to, but I'm so accustomed to how I do it now.
Pat has driven the Porsche so much that he is one with the car, both in arm and in spirit.
His livery too.
Huh?
It's on his livery. He's got a little bandage on his arm on the one side.
I know, yeah. That's good.
I think it's a nice touch on the Rexy. I think it makes it funny.
pay homage to his own disdain. He hated it.
Wilder Vargas not participating because Colombia right now is playing in the World Cup. Actually, that's another talking point. The World Cup obviously kicking off. Sports is at an all-time peak right now. Of course, we just had the Le Mans 24 last weekend. Phenomenal race, of course, dominated by Toyota. I guess
Last week's racing calendar was insane.
It was
like
nuts.
You're talking about Le Mans 24, obviously peak WEC content. I personally went to GT World Challenge, which is at Road Atlanta this past weekend. Similarly, Formula One was at Spain. We had a lot going on all simultaneously, and then there was a NASCAR race also. So like there was a little bit of everything going on. If you haven't had the chance to go to a GT World Challenge race in person, absolute hoot. 6 different racing series over the 3 days. So you, no matter what type of racing aficionado you are, you get your dose.
Insane. Caleb Tenney jumps within a tenth of Jess Osborne with a 54.867. Mustang looking pretty alive in this condition. SIG SVG in P4. That's a Mustang 2.4 right now with the 992 leading the pack in silvers. We do have a minute and a half left for these silver drivers. Let's see who else is improving by quite a margin. Here we got Lucas Gonzalez starting off his lap and already 2/10 up.
Oh, that's a big jump, pretty quick on. I like the Lexus here. It's pretty good. It gets around the Mercedes arena a lot better than the Mustang does, which is, you know, my other car in general, which I can't stand the Mustang here. It feels so lethargic. The Lexus does not feel lethargic. You still have the problem with graining if you're not careful, especially if you go for an early pit stop. But it's a good car here, and it's really hard to get around.
You said Lexus
My only issue
Joel
with
Moffat
the
spawn.
Lexus. Yeah, this is poor Joel Moffat has PTSD whenever the Lexus is showing up. But
yeah, he was in that battle with Jack and I behind Doug.
yeah, those are
with scars.
everyone's starting to see flashbacks of wartime efforts. But my only complaint about the Lexus around here is that the very slow corners, the car just doesn't want to turn in. So you're trying desperately to trail brake, but you start finding yourself over slowing, trying to get around these hairpins. But frankly speaking, to the point that you guys already mentioned, it's impossible to pass anyway. So it doesn't really matter how slow you go around those corners. No one's getting past you.
My problem with the Lexus around here is, goes to pole by half a tenth.
Curcio's close too.
Sean
Yeah,
Curcio. There he goes.
There he is. He
5,000.
takes it.
Wow.
Yeah, sorry, gold drivers. I will not
Did he
be on the
cross?
camera with you guys. I'm gonna be looking at the silvers.
That is crazy close. I mean, these top 3 are the ones who are, all battling for the silver championship, in the opposite order. So, yeah, that's
Curcio also crossed the line with sufficient time to do another lap. So that's huge for him.
Him and Tenny did.
Oh,
so they both are.
it just fell away. The gap was there.
Right now?
The delta for Barry Jerry was actually quicker than both Sean and Caleb there, but just look at that, 32 thousandths at the line. Let's see, Rene Yoki across the line. This is about a second off, but we do have one more driver still on a lap. Actually, a couple. SIG SVG is on a lap, improving by a little bit. Tristan Zamora is dead even on his delta after a minute through the lap, heading into just after the Schumacher S's. But Caleb Tenney through the Schumacher S's now is about a tenth up to get on board with the Aston. I think he did definitely cross the line in time. About 5 seconds to spare, so let's see if he can get the car just hooked up through this corner onto the curves, really pushing the limits here. About a tenth up, still gaining a little bit more through Nemesis corner on the power, touching the curb a little bit, gets on the power nicely enough to not go off track there. Very easy to do so, by the way. The left tires just want to keep pushing wider and wider, but he is a tenth and a half up, gonna send it as hard as possible through the chicane here, braking at the 50 board. clips the left curve, clips the right curve really nicely on the power, up 2/10 if he can get this braking zone right, which he does. Just coast the car around, back on the power, short shifting to get the nice traction. It's going to be pole position for Caleb Tenney, and what a decisive way to do so. 2.5, nearly 3/10 of the 54.4, right to the top, right at the dead of it. Bearded Badass as well in P2, so that's going to separate Caleb Tenney with Sean Curcio on the second row now.
Yeah, that was a huge improvement there for Caleb Tenney, and potentially to get some golds between him and Sean Curcio and Jess Osborne. So that's huge. I mean, when you're in a silver championship, every 10th counts. I mean, every 10th counts, no matter what. I mean, just look at D1 gold qualifying last night. I mean, that was extremely tight. But yeah, silvers, it's even more important to get everything that you could possibly get. Justin McKechnie, back. Decided to race
Justin?
tonight.
Yeah, the Knicks won a championship. He's like, you know what? I'll return for the good.
Yeah.
Sobered up.
Yeah.
I don't think Justin cares at all about New York sports.
I don't think he does.
Yeah, what a qualifying though for the silvers. We're obviously on board Justin McKechnie. Haven't really seen him around too much lately, but always one to just arrive and drive and get a random P7, P6. And I mean, he's just enjoying life,
You said it in the wrong order.
P7, P6. Okay, you know what? There's no way my girlfriend Irish just said go Spurs.
I was just like, I'm holding back.
I'm quitting streaming or commentating. I cannot take
I'm
this
sorry,
level of slander.
Anton. You're single now. That's just what that is.
Well,
We're hitting the
You
town.
heard it here first.
We're hitting the town.
unbelievable. Phil
I'm
Miller
the old Bumble.
leading the gold drivers through Nemesis corner. Dan mentioned that he's, of course, this corner is not actually called Nemesis corner, but we are calling it that now, as I call turn 15 at Coda Gravitron, and it's kind of just stuck with this booth for ever since. I think I called it back in season 16. It was Gravitron, so that's how it is now. But Philip Mueller around the Coca-Cola curve, back on the power. Nissan, not the best car here, I think bop-wise, but across the line is into P11, so 7/10 off Caleb Tenney's pole position lap, but of course his banker lap, Thomas Olhausen in P17. Jack, can you remind the ladies and gentlemen about the team standings? Of course, the McLaren boys are still in contention, but it's a pretty far shot. What do we got?
Yeah, so admittedly, I did not do the math on the team standings because of how far of a shot it is. Currently, Mason and Mike are down 86 points, I believe it is, which basically means that as long as Thomas and Philip can put in a decent race, not get last each, and not have Mike and Gino get in the top positions, they should be fine. As we've seen throughout the season, that should be relatively straightforward for them. So as long as they don't throw it, it should be a-okay. Again, I don't have the exact specifics as of right now.
I don't think they have much in the way of drop points. Just the fact that
Correct.
Thomas Olhausen has he missed out on last week, and I don't know about Philip, but I'm assuming he doesn't have a lot of drop points. He did not have a great race last week either. So yeah, Mike and Mason have a little bit more drop points to play with, but it's still a tall order, especially when you look at the hot lap leaderboard. Thomas, he's looking quite quick here. He has the second fastest time of a 54.2. Philip's a little bit farther down there, but he's still going to be quick. He's very comfortable around the track. He's more comfortable around like me. He's more comfortable around Nords rather than just a GP circuit. he, again, like me, wishes that he's turning left there instead of right, but he's still quick around this part of the track.
Oh, the dead heat at the top. Wow. You know, D1 qualifying was close. D2 is even closer. Look at the top. If top 4 is separated by under a tenth with 3.5 minutes to go. I mean, doesn't really get better than this.
That's
We're
awesome.
gonna have to start splitting hairs here and go past milliseconds to count and decide between these two here.
Perhaps.
Yeah,
What do you know?
that's crazy.
Oof. No valid laps yet. Trey Morgan in the pits. I believe the two bottom guys, Trey Morgan and Crimson About, both serving quali bans in the last race of the season. But if you've ever raced at Nurburgring before, turn 1 is a sketchy one, so possibly for the best.
Yeah.
Last of first
Especially.
race.
Oh, what was that?
It's the last of first race for Crimson Bat.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are always
Coming from a man who may not have seen his quali ban when he was picking certain players or certain drivers. This is the last first race. I'm calling it.
Jack speaking from experience.
Yeah. No.
Whoa!
We're a friend.
Mike has not done a valid lap yet, and this one is not going to be valid either. With only 2 minutes to go, he's going to have time for, honestly at this point, maybe just one more lap with where he is on track.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be able to make it back in time to get 2. It's going to be pretty close.
Is that a personal best for Philip? 54.0?
It absolutely was. Yeah, that is the best so far of the practice times. The fastest time on the hot lap leaderboard is a 54.172. So that's a quick time there from Philip.
Getting it done when it counts.
I believe his
would
fastest
say-
time in practice was a 0.3 something he did right before the driver's briefing. So that's a solid improvement.
Some would say that's huge for the program.
True. Yeah, I know somebody that would say that. Yeah.
All right, Matt Artem jumping up into P11. We are still on board with Phil and Mueller. A couple of drivers, it's like they're blinking in and out. Mason Moffat being one of them.
I think it's just Mason. I seem to see his
His
number.
ping is a little bit. Oh,
He's flying through the air.
oh.
Mason said, "Watch
Whoa!
this."
Look at the slipping! Oh my god!
That's how you make that turn.
His
that
bar
is-
is completely red. I wonder if he's got
Yeah.
some. I don't know. He's doing something, but
The style points were there, not fast, but the style's real, off the chart.
Tension must be killer.
Martin Smith, of course, a winner at Monza across the line in P4. Solid lap for him in the Audi. Audi's probably very tricky here with low speed. The rear is probably just wants to get it away from you. Martin Smith proving to be pretty fast around here. Mason is still blinking in and out of existence, not really helping. Where is
I'm not seeing Philip.
Philip? Yeah, where is Philip?
I looked up and just noticed that he seems
Yeah.
to have disappeared.
Not like
'Cause I noticed
this.
Caleb Tenney was P2.
Not like this.
Just disconnected.
He's got 20 seconds to reconnect.
Well, his teammate is in P8 now. So, if he joins during... I mean, he should be fine, I would assume. There he is.
There he
Back.
is. Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
Yeah,
He
he's
claims
back.
his first place.
That was a bit weird. But Tyler
Just wanted
Egley's
to
still
keep the
trying to
rest of the
challenge him
ground
for that top spot. The starting in the front row is still pretty good. I was going to say that Philip disconnecting would be pretty interesting for the team standings, given
I
that...
think I would have to do some math during the race
Yeah.
if he drops away.
Yeah, Dan said he's just building drama. It's for the spectacle, for the camera, you know? Oh, Tyler Egley goes a little bit too narrow on that corner there, and it actually invalidates, so no further challenge from the Mustang driver in P2, but still a good result nonetheless. But Martin Smith tried to propel himself past Caleb Tenney into P3. Mason Moffat is still blinking in and out of existence, but everyone else is in the pits. Caleb Tenney with a very, very good lap, considering not many gold drivers ahead of him, only 2 of them actually. Martin Smith is absolutely sending it. The car doing a little bit of a trampoline jump. We're apparently in Sky Zone in Germany. Didn't know there was a trampoline park at this track. but 3/10 across the line, a little bit of a slower exit, but it's going to be enough of an improvement past Mason Moffat into P4 for Martin Smith. Across the line, taking the checkered flag, so that's going to be a good enough to start on the second row. Thomas Olhausen is improving, but not by much.
They do have
Got a lot of ways
Ferris
to
wheel at
go.
the track, but I guess they do have a trampoline now at the apex of that corner, which is interesting. But hey, I'm all for it.
It's
It
fun.
was a roller coaster, right?
Roller coaster and a Ferris wheel. This place is fun on a multitude of occasions.
He had a pretty
mistake
good
there.
improvement there. He's still going to go up to P7. He definitely lost out on a little over a tenth there on that last turn, but yeah, good qualifying. Stressful there with the Phillips disconnect. But
Yeah, we're gonna need to, of course, look into the provisional standings with Caleb Tenney taking silver pole. Very decisive pole position for him in the silver class in P3. So we'll get back to you after a quick sponsor message, but it's going to be a race for the ages. We'll be right back.
A huge thank you to our SRA sponsors and title sponsors for supporting us here at SRA, as well as support from Documise, a modern business solution for product management. Go to documise.com to learn more today. And support from Retro Saga, a North American-based gaming company that provides accessories for your favourite classic systems, including Nintendo, Sega, PlayStation, and much more. Enhance your retro gaming experience today at retrosaga.ca. And a big thank you to our affiliates, Track Racer. Experience redefined gaming with Track Racer's high-quality sim rigs and accessories. Use code SRATE at checkout to support us. Armamentario, a toolbox for ACC that will enhance your chance to win. Enjoy a fully customizable and enhanced HUD to change the way you experience ACC. AT 3D Sim Shop. Upgrade your sim racing experience today with premium 3D printed accessories featuring precision crafted magnetic shifters, sleek cable management solutions, versatile stream deck mounts, and immersive dashboard displays. Their innovative designs enhance performance and style, elevate every lap with top-tier quality and craftsmanship at at3d.net. Go Setups, premium esports setups for everybody. Use our affiliate link on our Discord and take your drive to the next level. Castle and Cauldron, a home-based crafting business specializing in handmade Harry Potter, Fantastic Beasts, and Fairy World collectibles. Magic wands, potions, mini dioramas, wall decor, costumery, cosplay, and much more. Castle and Cauldron is where crafting meets the magical. Visit facebook.com/Castle Cauldron. And from KP Concepts, your source for custom automotive renderings, graphic design, and printing. We spend countless hours making you look all good for the spectacle. Check out kpconcepts.com for more.
And a new SRA sponsor, Echoes of Nox. Explore an abandoned space station as you uncover the secrets of why you were left behind. Fight with 3 AI factions and reclaim the station. Wishlist Echoes of Nox on Steam today, releasing in Q2 of 2026. We are off and away. Philip is not appearing.
This thing.
Yikes.
oh,
That would not be ideal for the program.
I'm not. I'm hitting the spreadsheet.
yeah,
Oh,
that
he's
is
in the
not
Twitch chat.
what
He
they
DC'd
need.
again. Is he completely out? Try to rejoin, Philip. Even a pit start would
If he
be
joins
better.
at this point, he will be stuck in the pit lane, but this would be his worst result, which would just implicate the drop race. So Jack Krause on his abacus could tell us what implication that has.
Take it away,
Joe,
Jack.
give me like 10 minutes.
All right, we'll run through the grid in the
I'll have it
meantime.
too.
Tyler Egley starting, of course, on pole position, or would have been Philip Mueller. Not like this, not like Duck. But Tyler Egley lining up on the front row alongside with Philip, who we'll hope to see him back in the pit lane at this point, but he's going to lead off the pack with Caleb Tenney in P2. So we were talking about this in the break. Jess would pretty much have to somehow go from 10th ahead of Caleb because the gap is only 8 points between the two of them. So Caleb in a prime position to take that silver championship. Behind him is Martin Smith, Mason Moffat in P4. Bearded Badass in P5 with a pretty clutch quality performance. We got Thomas Olhausen, that is Philip Miller's teammate in P6. Sean Curcio in P7, another silver rival of Caleb Tenney and Jess Osborne in P7. We got Barry Jerry in P8. Nico Suave returning. The draft house is here. P9. We got Matt Artem in P10. Jess Osborne, of course, the silver leader in P11. Tristan Zamora in P12. Sig SVG in P13. We got Pat, who needs to win this race, and his rivals to not do that to win the championship. Steve Foster in 15th. We got Walter and Giovanni in P16, and I do see car 39 Philip Mueller is in the pit lane, so at least we have that going. I hope he doesn't disconnect again, because that would really be unfortunate. Roger Rodriguez in P17, Shane Lewis in P18, Mike Gino in 19. We got Justin McKechnie really worn out those tires in P20. Lucas Clanzeros in P21, Travis Fletcher in 22nd. We got Ren Aoki right behind him in 23rd. Sean Williams in 24th. Mac Morgan in P25. We got Ramon Lorenzo in P26. Curtis Lee in 27th. And our two quality band drivers, Trey Morgan, who, might I say, probably the unluckiest season in D2 from any driver this season, in P28. And Crimson Bat in P29. Of course, our pole sitter, Philip Mueller in P30. Very unfortunate for him. The drivers are lining up side by side here as they approach the final chicane. Any predictions? Because this is going to be a very tumultuous ending to a long story that has been D2.
Last week, I don't feel like I can make predictions.
Car up the inside, 3 wide, not realizing that there's grass on the inside right. Bowling turn 1.
Love it. Very specific, Doug. I wonder if that's happened around here before.
Listen, they don't call me Nostra Douglas for nothing. Okay, here we go.
Anyway, we are rounding the Coca-Cola curve. Tyler Egley's going to lead off the pack. Caleb Tenney right next to him in P2. The Mustang and the Aston, not the best cars on the start. Can Martin Smith do anything with that Audi of his on the inside? And we are green, and look at the Audi just accelerating in the slipstream already. The Mustang, Tyler Egley has a good launch, but Caleb Tenney is losing out to Martin Smith, already up into P2. Mason Moffitt holding station in P4. A couple cars up the inside. That's going to be Sean Curcio. Cars taking out the brake markers. Martin Smith goes a little bit deep. Tyler Egley picks up, still holding the lead. Mason Moffitt making his way up into P3. So Caleb Tenney understands that his position in the championship right now is perfect. He doesn't really want to fight with these gold drivers because he knows it might just be a lost cause, because Jess, of course, is so far back. And there's yellow flags. Car number 92, Jess Osborne into the grass. So Caleb Tenney is smiling, looking at the track map with all these yellow flags as Jess Osborne, his main rival, is off and towards the back already in P28 of the pack here. And Tyler Egley, a dream start for him in P1.
Yeah, really solid start there from Martin Smith. I mean, that Audi, acceleration really showing up well, and Caleb Tenney's poor, acceleration in the Aston Martin showing its hand there as well. But yeah, I mean, with that Jess Osborne falling back, that is, I mean, it's huge bummer for Jess. Great for Caleb. Although you never want to see, championships be decided in a way like that, but Jess could, he could still come back, get some good points. This is a good track for undercut strategies. So,
or someone could go bowling and it could just change the
so
whole
possible
sequence of this thing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say it was gonna happen on lap 1. You know what I'm saying?
Trey Morgan side by side here with Jess Osborne. Not what Jess wants, but he's got Crimson Bat and the two quality benders picking up a couple of positions from the start of the race. Philip Mueller still in last place, and Crimson Bat nearly misses his braking zone. That's almost a little bit of bowling, not into turn 1 like Doug has predicted. Trey Morgan a little bit squirrely there on the throttle, and there's a car up the inside of Coca-Cola curve. That's Ren Aoki making a move ahead of Lucas Clanzeris, and the Mercedes is just going to power on through ahead of the Lexus, but we all know the Lexus has got some grunt in the front of that car. It's going to line up side by side as they go into the braking zone here. Philip Mueller electing for a lap 1 undercut, not wanting to deal with anybody in this race. Jess Osborne missed. Oh no, Jess, no!
Oh. This is the opposite of huge for the program for our boy Jess here. Probably just collected himself a 10-piece McChicken.
Chicken. It's Whopper Wednesday, Doug.
Yeah, it's Whopper Wednesday.
What the heck, man?
Yeah.
He gave that bumper a whopping, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right.
He did not hold on the special sauce.
Martin
Gave
Smith.
him the full pickle.
Full pickle is what Martin Smith is trying to do here, trying to overtake Tyler Egley, who is obviously holds the purple lap, but we are only one lap into this race. Martin Smith is really putting the pressure on the Mustang here, but I feel like those fronts are going to be very, very tough to manage if he's going to follow this close behind another car, especially through this very twisty sector 2. Side by side here, Pat Cockroach with Tristan Zamora, the two 992 drivers. One is one-armed, a little bit of gravel hard in the background. With the two Porsches going side by side through Nemesis corner, right behind them is Steve Foster. Pat gets a better run, but he's got to leave room for Tristan Zamora. Tristan Zamora now having to race Steve Foster, who's got a better exit than him. They're going to be side by side. Pat's going to take the inside line, taking a very defensive line. Steve Foster is trying to show a nose through the chicane. A little bit of grass there. Steve Foster's going to tuck in beside Tristan Zamora, but Tristan Zamora getting a better launch than Pat. Pat's leaving the room. Is going to leave the room enough, but Steve Foster goes a little bit wide under brake and is going to invite Valter Giovannioli up the inside, but not enough. Not enough in the 296 there. The rear tire just not getting spun quickly enough. A little bit of turbo lag in the last corner here, but Tristan Zamora putting a lot of pressure on Pat Cockroach here in the early stages of the race, going to the inside line, faking a dummy through the inside. A little bit of bowling, Jug, you predicted it.
Oh my goodness, huge for the program on the Mr. Douglas. Terrible for our drivers here.
Oh, they were going 3 wide. They survived the 3 wide going into turn 2. That has historically been a very dangerous thing. Yeah, it was good battling with that group until then. A bit slow battling. They lost a lot of ground to the cars ahead of them during all that, which is definitely the nature of taking mini corners side by side like that. But good battling until then.
Obviously on board right now with Justin McKechnie, but crucially I wanted to point out that Mike Gino is in P14 right at this moment with Thomas Olhausen in P5. So very, very strong position in the team standings for the Nissan guys. Of course, Thomas Olhausen being in the top 10, but Philip would have started on pole, but is elected for the lap 1 undercut, probably for the best, trying to make up a little bit of positions through the pit strategy. I imagine those tires are not going to be too happy towards the end of the race, but if he can defend, which that Nissan can definitely do so in the straight line, he's not going to have much to worry about. Barry Jerry trying to overtake Sean Curcio in P6 here, but Tyler Egley is holding off Martin Smith for the time being in P1. A little bit of a run here for Barry Jerry as he approaches the chicane, following the Lexus, which if you've never followed a Lexus before, the car has to brake early. It's very fast in the straight line. Not the easiest one to follow through this corner. It's a little bit out of sorts there for Sean Curcio as he goes through the chicane, but it's just so hard to make a pass. Martin Smith takes the fastest lap of 55.222. Only 700s faster than Tyler Egley last lap, so the two are very evenly matched as they start lap 3, or lap 4, I apologize. Barry Jerry trying to find an avenue past Sean Curcio, but again, that Lexus is just so easy to defend with. Ballard says bye-bye. I'll see you next time as it rolls across the front hood of Barry Jerry's Ford Mustang there. That was something.
Lots of action, to say the least.
Indeed.
Okay, I have some numbers. Due to the team series and how the math works, I did not do every permutation because the matrix to that would be insane. However, I have simplified things. I'm going to go ahead and just assume that Philip gets 0 points, worst case scenario. That somewhat makes it interesting. Assuming Thomas Olhausen, who's currently in P5, he stays where he is, they would end up with a total of 1,100 points between the two of them. In order for Mason and Mike to beat that, with Mason currently in P3, Mike would need to finish, let me see, this minus...
Somewhere on the track.
But that would be ideal, yeah.
He would need to finish P7.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Not totally out of the realm of possibilities, but of course that would mean that our undercutter Philip would have to completely DNF from the race. A bit of a defensive maneuver there for Trey Morgan. Ramon Lorenzo going a little bit deep there into turn 10. Not what Trey wants to see in his mirrors, because he was closer to the Lexus of Lucas Contreras. Now it's fallen back by about 1.3 seconds, so a little bit of a mistake there from the BMW. Please no touchy. A lot of people have not respected those words on the bumper this season, so probably need to remove that for next time, just to get rid of the bad karma.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the idea if you tell someone not to think about elephants and then they just think about elephants.
I'm not thinking about elephants right now.
Say elephant.
Get
No?
wrecked, nerd.
Wasn't me.
Seeing a couple trains form here, more or less. Walter Giovignoli is leading a couple of cars here through Sector 1. As we say, Justin McKechnie makes a little bit of a mistake there. Well, I wanted to point out this corner, turn 5. Very funny corner. If you get even one good lap within the limits of that corner, you can literally cut it every single time after it, and it's not going to do anything.
I remember, yep. I remember it was that same race behind Doug. Yeah, I was going to point this out. Jess taking an early pit stop to try to gain back some of those positions can absolutely be a viable strategy around here. I don't know how that Porsche will feel with the tires after some time. He does come out just in front of Philip. Philip's right behind Jess now, so that's pretty interesting. That's not what Philip wants, you know, taking a lap 1 undercut. You definitely don't want to be right behind a car, so he's going to hope to clear Jess as soon as he can.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be pretty paramount for his team standings championship. But as we said before, it's definitely an outside shot for these McLaren guys, but anything can happen.
Anything can happen, and anything will happen, yeah.
Speaking of something happening, we might be going too wide here, maybe a 3 wide. Justin McKechnie had a look up the inside of Walter Giovignoli on the main straight, but right now, Sean Williams 3 wide, actually into the braking zone, and Walter Giovignoli is the biggest loser here because he just lost 2 positions, maybe 3, with Mike Gino on the outside. A little bit of a tap there. The Ferrari just trying to take a wider entry, and Mike Gino is not going to be pleased about that. But Sean Williams makes a buy one, get one free pass into turn 1. Passes both the Ferrari and another Ferrari, so easy pickings for the 992 driver there.
That was the most Justin thing I've ever seen. Doing that, being in the middle car in a 3 wide.
Goes up,
But
goes straight to the middle on a 3 wide.
He just knows how to do it, you know?
Profits.
The middleman.
Yeah.
Profit. That's insane.
You have to pay capital gains on that, bro.
Walter Giovignoli not happy, of course, trying to find an avenue as well past the 488 here. He's following him pretty closely here. We can hop onto the wing camera here. Time to make a sandwich. Of course, Giovanni on the car. Giovanni's Italian Deli. How you doing? On the Ferrari 488 there. And the 296 is looking pretty racy here. It's obviously got very good traction. Keeps its tires in a nice window. But not the best on a straight line and not the best in accelerating. So it's going to be difficult to follow in these slow speed corners, but under braking, that car is phenomenal. And 488 shares a lot of strengths, but it's also an older car, probably less affected by bop than the 296. But Justin has been in this car for a very, very long time, and he knows how to drive it around this track.
So Philip did get past Jess. Also had Trey Morgan pit after he had a bit of a yellow. I don't know what the cause of that was, but he comes out a bit behind the other 2 early pitters that we were talking about. But
about 13 minutes into this race, the picture in the top 4 has relatively stayed the same. Cale Tenney losing out 2 spots at the start, which honestly the Aston was always prone in doing, with the McLaren behind and also an Audi. Those 2 cars are quite superior on the starts compared to the Aston Martin. But again, for the championship, it doesn't really matter because Jess Osborne not having the best of starts for the silver title. And Caleb Tunney is in a prime position to take it.
Yeah, for championship purposes, he's in a perfect spot. For my pick D's purposes,
Did you pick Caleb?
I did. Yeah.
Well, my pick is turning out to be fantastic at this point in time. Tyler Egley.
Oh yeah.
Let's hop
I
on
wish I
board
could
with
have
him.
picked him.
Fastest lap of a 54.6, so he is clear of the field. 1.2 seconds now clear of Martin Smith over here on our race control. And his fastest lap being a 54.6, and Martin Smith is 6/10 slower than that, so Tyler is absolutely on it. Absolutely.
One thing
on it.
interesting to note is Caleb Tenney is beginning to fall back from the top three. It's now 5.5 seconds to Mason ahead, and with that, Thomas Olhausen is beginning to claw up to the back of Caleb, as well as Sean Curcio. So, although Caleb is in a good spot, and really, if you let, worst case, if you let Sean pass him by one position, he'd be perfectly fine. Perhaps just having a silver competitor that's close by could get in his head a little bit. So we'll see if he can hold his own throughout the rest of the race, hold his nerve.
We've got an inter battle with two Lamborghinis, Mac Morgan leading ahead of Crimson Bat as they approach turn 1 here. Crimson Bat, of course, started the season off very, very strong with the pole position, very commanding pole position at Suzuka, but just hasn't had the best of luck in these races, and possibly no longer as motivated to try to and compete at the top. But of course, a very quick driver in Division 2, obviously boasting the gold badge in Division 2, being one of the faster guys, abusing the turn 5 track limits there already.
Yeah,
I'm not
that
sure
one.
if his best lap of 55.8 is going to be enough to deem that no time gained, but if he's doing it, we can probably check back later on, and if he's doing it more, we all know what it is, so.
Yeah. Wonder if he knows about that.
I mean, if he's cutting that far wide, he might know about it.
Might know.
A little bit wide
It's
there
kind of just
for
like that IRL line.
yeah, maybe. Spirit of Battle going a little bit wide there. It's going to invite Barry Jerry to maybe have a sneak up the inside here. So get inside the car here, inside the mind of Barry Jerry, and Bearded Badass is letting him go, understanding that he's going to be pressuring him for a while, and Bearded Badass just lets him go. Of course, that's going to invite Nico Suave in P9 as well to close up a little bit more. Maybe not what Bearded Badass wants, but Barry Jerry up into P7 now.
They are teammates, aren't they?
So maybe. I think so.
I think they're teammates. So
That pass is kind of interesting because earlier I was just watching this battle and who was it? I thought it was Barry Jerry moving up around the outside into T1. It was quite the dive. So either they switched back or something happened. But odd one to see, just letting them go after the tussle a few laps ago.
Looks like he is struggling though. He has been cleared by his teammate by about 7/10, and now Nico Suave trying to do what he can to get past him into P8. Let's check in with Philip Mueller. Of course, actually having the fastest Sector 1. So, no fastest lap for him though. 55.082 is his best lap. Might be another one of those races like last week at Hungaroring where maybe he just doesn't have the pace. Last lap being a 53.37 or 55.3, and last lap for. Wait, can I see last lap?
That is the fastest, most recent lap out of anyone.
yeah,
It is close.
he did take such an early pit stop. He might be just looking at really consistent laps rather than, you know, going too hard at the beginning of this.
He's got to make those tires last too, so.
Yeah.
They will be absolutely cooked by the end.
Oh yeah, barbecue chicken.
I was thinking like smoked chicken, like on the smoker for 24 hours type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Perhaps a bit too much for anyone's liking. We did miss Justin McKechnie actually getting past. Looks like Sean Williams had a bit of a moment. Lost 2 positions again to the 2 Ferraris. We did see them go 3 wide earlier in turn 1 here, and Justin is now leading a train of, let's count on our fingers. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 cars basically. Aoki going a little bit wide. It's going to invite Shane Lewis maybe to get a little bit closer for that P17 spot. Mike Gino right ahead of him in P16. Yeah, it's a nice looking train here for Justin right behind him. We definitely want to be in Justin's position. In this case, trains are not fun here.
Unless you're at the front of it.
Exactly.
Who doesn't love a good train?
I like trains.
Different angle, but I like where your head's at, bud.
I like turtles.
I like Toros.
I like turtles. What's the? I was thinking of ASDF movie. That's what I was thinking of. I like trains.
Yeah. I like trains. Yeah. Good one.
What a classic.
When I hear that, I just think of Giant Knoxville going, "When the fuck did we get ice cream?"
Oh, Kilitani made a mistake on the exit of turn, whatever number that is.
Nemesis corner.
Thomas Alhausen go through.
Yeah. What is the gap between Caleb and Sean Curcio?
Points wise?
Yes. Obviously, I could see them separated by, 3 car lengths on track, but
it is 20 points.
20 points. Okay.
Which means the old push to pass is on the table.
Oh boy.
Don't give her any ideas, Doug.
That 20 points includes a 0 from Caleb, so Sean's going to have to jump him by a decent margin in order to beat him in the championship.
Bit of racing going on here. Walter Giovignoli taking the long way around, but the outside is going to become the inside for turn 2. Sean Williams can stick it around the outside, which he's trying his best to on the power very, very confidently, but this outside also becomes the outside for this corner. It's going to become the inside for the next corner. It looks like Walter Giovignoli is through past Sean Williams, so a bit of a mistake there for Sean. Or actually, Walter was defending from Sean, so it looks like Walter made a mistake, and now the gap to Justin McKechnie is 2 seconds, so Justin can breathe a little bit.
Let's be honest, he wasn't looking in the rearview mirror anyway, so.
A little bit wide there for Shane Lewis, and yeah, Justin rarely does that, because he's always winning races. He's leading all the time. Doesn't need to look in the rear, right?
Lee was just off a moment ago.
I was gonna say, yeah. Looks like he went off at turn 5, I think it was.
Yeah, I think so.
Right. Let's check back. Wait, oh, we do have a battle? I guess Mike Gino letting Benayoki by.
Yeah, we might have seen some...
Not huge for the program?
Not huge for the program.
I don't know if Mike did something naughty and was atoning, but that's probably what it was.
Ren was behind him, so unless Mike was defending and just cut somewhere, I would be hard pressed to believe. Oh, he's coming into the pits.
He goes Suave into the pits, and Mike Gino as well.
Straight into the wall.
Did he actually?
He did actually go deep into the
I want to see that
entry corner and tap the wall.
Mike, I mean,
Riller's pacing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, almost a Riller's pacing.
Yeah.
Diego, close your eyes. The PTSD. Oh, there's been an accident
here.
Looks like we went bowling.
Another one.
And another one.
This is the old 7-ton split here.
Oh,
yeah. Ay.
He tried the...
Oh, and he picked up the spare on the wall there. You hate to see it.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it. All right, Mac Morgan also into the pits. Suave is out on the track. Let's see where he is relatively to Philip Mueller. Philip is on the main straight, getting past Mike Gino. So Mike was in P14, P15 roughly. So
17.
Philip, P17. So Philip might be able to get past this train here that Mike was a part of. obviously being led at the moment by Walter Giovignoli. Was it Walter? I think it was.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys
Valtteri
are going to be have to thinking to pit soon. Tires are not great.
Especially with the undercut being strong here, you definitely want to pit before your rivals, especially if you're behind.
I don't really know if the undercut's that strong here.
I feel like it's pretty strong. In my experience, at least, it's always been pretty strong. But
I do think a lot of people get stuck in battles that lose you a lot of time around here.
Yeah.
So that could definitely be a play. I think Philip is a perfect example of this. He's been able to run pretty consistent lap times versus the entire train running whoever's pace is at the front. So that can gain you a lot.
Sean Williams resuming the battle here with Valtteri Giovignoli. Justin elected to pit, so that car was in front of them when they pit. So now they had cleaner before with the gap, but now it's even cleaner. Next car ahead of them being Roger Rodriguez, 7 seconds up the road. But Justin electing to hop in, get some tires on, some new rubber, and lay down some nice times onto the track.
curious where he comes out in relation to Philip. Philip is just about making it past him, and he hasn't moved. So,
hey, big money moves.
Going to be way up there.
Wonder if Justin missed his pit box. We could talk about the pit stops. He has been stopped for over 40 seconds now. He is about to get moving. So 42 second stop for Justin McCackney, possibly repairing some damage there. SIG SVG being stopped for 50 seconds, and the fastest time is looking like overall time in the pit is about 1 minute and 2 seconds, which Nico Suave, Philip Mueller, Jess Osborne barely scratched a little bit over at 1 minute 3 seconds, but Mike Gino, as well as, actually that's everybody with the 1 minute 2 seconds. So Mason Moffitt, Mike's teammate, elected to pit, as well as a couple of other guys. We got Sean Curcio and Barry Jerry going into the pits as well. So rounding out at that halfway point of the race, a lot of drivers are electing to go into the pit stop with some new tires on. Look at this. These two are still battling it out. Looks like Valtter's just struggling at the Coca-Cola curve, and Sean is able to get up the inside here. Pretty clear this time out the inside, but he's got to still defend the outside. Of course, Valtter made a pretty nice move around the outside here at turn 1, because the hugging the apex here really just slows you down. The outside can carry so much more speed around the corner, and if you have a little bit of overlap going into turn 2, it just spells danger. So you really want to be careful of how slow you're going if you're on the inside here. But Sean able to get past Valtter decisively this time, and now Rene Oki is closing up to these two. They've been battling for quite a long time, and usually what that means is cars behind that are running at their own pace can catch up.
Ren is very much in the mix now.
Absolutely. Let's check back with Phil Mueller.
Phil is coming around. Still a number of people in the pits, but there are a bunch of cars right about to hit the entrance to turn 1. He's going to be right on them. I think that's Barry Jerry in front.
I think he's in the top 10 effectively.
And he's going to have warm tires where all these cars are going to have cold tires. That will be spicy.
Yeah, but I think his 30-minute old tires are probably not going to be the best, even if he does close up here with the Nissan straight line speed. Probably going to be a little bit hard to pull off a move, especially given that he's got Ford in front of him. He's got, looks like, another Ford in front of him after that. So,
and another Ford,
and another Ford after that.
You hate to see it.
Yeah, that is not the ideal situation. I mean, basically, he's got to intimidate his way past and try to throw him off their lines. Tyler Egley, our race leader, into the pits.
But with this position from Philip, it almost certainly guarantees them the team championship, especially with his teammate sitting in what was P5, now currently in P1, as he has yet to pit.
Stop the count!
It's also P4.
Is it P4?
Was he P4?
Yeah, he got ahead of Caleb Tenney.
That's right, because he got past Tenney. It was P4.
Let's see. Let's check back on the time stopped as well. Barry Jerry stopped for 36 seconds. We got Justin McKechnie, of course, stopped for 42. Mason Moffitt stopped for 32. Yeah, a lot of drivers really nailing their pit stops here, which is always good to see. This pit entry is quite tricky. Of course, we saw with Mike barely scraping the wall there, but Tyler Egley gonna resume where he left off, basically effectively in the lead of the race, and with quite a margin behind him. Martin Smith is just getting around turn 1 now, and he's already through turn 2, approaching turn 3 here. Very good stuff for Tyler Egley, as he, I believe, hasn't had a race win this season. Of course, was leading the race at Laguna for quite a long time, and then just strategy fell apart, trying to pass some slower cars, him battling with Mason Moffitt. All invited Thomas Olhausen to create the perfect storm for a fantastic strategy call and pulling off the overcut, taking the win. Unprecedented spot. So Tyler Egley, bit of a redemption arc for him today.
And he put it all together.
Oh
I
yeah,
think he can. He's been pretty strong all season, honestly. Started the season as a silver driver, and that definitely changed.
what a way to round it out. But we got 30 minutes left. Anything can happen, but my boy Tyler been mega fast this season for sure.
Olhausen in the pits.
Right. Still have a couple of cars on track. Sean Williams crossing the line as the race leader, but of course still having a pit. So rounding out to that halfway point in 22 seconds, Sean Williams going to be looking up at the track map, seeing where his rivals are. Right now it looks like he was of course battling with Walter Giovignoli. He's in a bit of a clean air, but Walter stopped for 38 seconds, so he was also repairing some damage, possibly not having to worry about him too much anymore. Yeah, Sean Williams just driving, he's chilling. Where is Philip Mueller? Right in the thick of it, ahead of Roger Rodriguez.
Yeah, and
Feeling
was
tired
not
already.
able. Yeah, because he's fallen back even a little bit off of the Mustangs. Granted, I mean, I guess he'd be dealing with a little bit of dirty air, but I think his tires are also just not good enough to really battle them. So he's mostly going to be looking at keeping cars behind and hopefully being there if Mustangs kind of get a little touchy-feely, because it's looking like Barry Jerry and Nico Suave, they're really close up there, a couple cars ahead. And I saw Nico Suave defended a little bit into turn 1.
Oh.
So, oh no, Foster with a stop-go 30.
Not like this. That's an easy one to pick up here.
It is.
The pit lane, the line comes up very quickly. It's quite hard to spot with the sun just gleaming down on you. And it looks like he's still trying to make some moves happen around the outside of SIG SVG, the initial D
I
Ford
don't think
Mustang.
it's on purpose. I think it's
No,
just kind
it's
of
not.
happening around him.
Tristan
Yeah,
Zamora.
this is getting a
pushing him.
little spicy here with the Porsche behind too, yeah.
Very nice battle here between a couple of nice silver friends fighting with each other for one more time this season. It's like Steve is pulling it out of the slipstream, trying to see where he's gonna brake, following another car. Looks like, honestly, there's so many lines you can take through this corner. I think the fastest one's kind of just V'ing off a little bit, but trying to hug the apex a little bit, just so you're not going too wide, because obviously if you miss the braking, not ideal. Sean Williams likes to pit. It's going to be the final car going to the pits. Mason Moffitt is really putting the pressure on Martin Smith here at P3. Right. Jess Osborne, of course, one of the early pitters, is in P14. Going to be P13 when Sean trickles down the order right now. There we go.
A good recovery race for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, solid recovery. You know, I still got 27 minutes to go. He pit at what, 51 minutes or something like that. I mean, he's been on this stint for a while. He's 23 and a half minutes on these tires. Ooh, side by side action through. He's not gonna get that.
That's
Unfair
a drive-through.
advantage.
Yeah, that's a drive-through begging for it right there. That's certainly a track cut.
Doug, you got the admin password, right? Go give him a penalty.
Be right back.
Make things spicy. Speaking of spicy, Mike Gino getting past again. Renayoki. We can go back and watch what happened there. Also, carbon copy move. Looks like Ren went a little bit deeper into turn 4 than he would have liked, and Mike was able to sneak up the inside. They're not nearly cutting as much of the track as his teammate did, but more decisive move on track for Mike Gino there. And Nico Suave getting past. There's a lot of action going on in this second stage. Mike, or Barry Jerry, looks like went deep a little bit. It's going to bring Nico Suave up the inside, so it's a one.
I think
Mustang here.
I think he was attacking because I think he was ahead. I think Barry Jerry was attacking Nico Suave there.
I might be mistaken then.
Yeah, because I think Nico's been ahead this whole time. He's been defending. I mean, they've been so close, and that also brought back the cars behind with Philip Mueller. I mean, oh, man, look at all of them are basically pushing each other through the chicane.
Feasting on the curbs, no less.
Scary stuff.
Nothing left after.
All right. Tyler Egley still holding the lead quite strongly, 7.5 seconds ahead of Mason Moffat at this point in time. Caleb Tenney put some pressure here on Thomas Olhausen. Of course, he doesn't need to make any more swaps for position, as long as he stays ahead of Jess and at least close to Sean Curcio. Caleb has pretty much got it locked in for the next 25 minutes, but anything can happen.
You definitely want to avoid any, incidents. So, I wouldn't want to do anything too crazy, both, with cars in front and behind, because Curcio is not too far behind.
Yeah, I think the only thing that would really fall Caleb right now is if he got into a skirmish with a separate car and lost quite a lot of time. So probably just keep it chill. But of course, we're all racing drivers at heart, and if you see a gap, you might want to sniff it.
Speaking of battling for championships, Jack, you were, of course, part of a fantastic battle last season here in D2. Talk about what it goes into mentally preparing for a race like this. You know that there's a gap that you have to make up. What kind of goes through your mind as the race is starting and as you're driving?
I mean, certainly for me, I was a bit of a nervous wreck all week. Did a lot of extra practice, even with, it was Red Bull Ring is the race, or the track that we were at. Red Bull Ring is probably my best track in terms of just outright performance compared to everyone else usually. But I put in quite a lot of time, was thinking about, what, just need to keep things clean. We'll see where we end up. In the race, things settled down. I mean, obviously, Bailey and I had an absolutely crazy battle over multiple laps, and I was pretty nervous, but I was definitely more nervous going into the week. So I think once you get into the race, certainly from Caleb's perspective, in the back of his mind, he's like, yeah, I'm in a really good spot. All I have to do is just not throw it, but we're all experienced enough. We've done a number of races. We can do laps without throwing the car into the wall. And at the end of the day, that's really what it comes down to, is just remembering you do have pace. You've proven it before, and you just got to do it again and hope that your wheel doesn't disconnect.
Yikes.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you how all that practice worked out for you, but
yeah,
too soon.
Sometimes mechanical issues happen.
It's part of racing.
Yeah, and then history books just wipe it away.
Yeah, sore subject for sure. But you didn't let Bailey live in your head rent-free, which is huge. Okay, we don't like that free real estate around here.
Hashtag not my champ. Stay with me.
Bailey or Jack?
You know who I'm talking about. Do you want to
We all
go
know I was the
Kish?
people's driver that
Yes.
season with questionable placements coming out of Bailey.
Ooh.
Couldn't agree more. But everyone, the person.
It was a very, very good fight throughout the season, though. So
for sure. Having the runner-up trophy is always not so
I didn't
fun.
even get that.
You get the pat
I
on
got
the
third,
back.
technically.
Oh man.
Or
Hey,
I
this
might
is
have
so
even gotten
bad.
fourth. I don't know, but Kyle Barber got second. I know that with my fat 0.
Pink Pony Club.
Good memories.
Well, back on track to this. Let's talk about what Sean can do, aka how hard he can hit Tenny to get
Send
this
it,
position.
bruh. Whoa.
As he might have heard me and giggled a little bit as he nearly spins the car. He needs to go from Miller Lite to Miller High Life and then just pound the back of this Aston Martin to take the position. And do so in a way that gets him a 10-second penalty, but his adversary hemorrhages time. That's the nuance of this process here.
What wall is the closest that you can send him into? The pit entry wall, perhaps?
Yes, Riller's pacing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, you got a door
Just
bang.
miss your braking point a little too much. Go wide to
Oh
avoid
no, my
air
brake
quotes
pedal.
and send them straight into the pit wall. that might do it.
All I need to do, you guys, is just a very graceful glancing blow to the rear left quarter panel, and then it'll push them right, and they'll spear right into the pit entry wall. Okay, that's just what you gotta do.
I may have done that last night to Mr. Moffat, and I have deep regrets for it.
One of my favorite sim racing moments is with Taylor Molyneux, and I door banged him into the Snetterton pit entry wall. And it was
I've seen that.
it
I
was
wasn't there, but I saw the
incredible.
clip of that.
It was incredible. He never recovered.
Whoa, that was a slide.
Roger Rodriguez throwing this AMG around like it owes him money.
Let's get back onto the race talk here. Roger Rodriguez has been looking at the back of that Nissan the better part of 10 minutes now, and he really wants to get past.
Poles on the straight.
Well, that's what the Nissan. I mean, it's a good car to defend with. Besides the fact that it does get a little bit tricky as the tires wear down. At least in my experience, for me, it always feels really good when the tires are fresh. But as the race goes on and your tires wear, it could feel just like a completely different car and do some weird things. But at least it still pulls really hard in the straight, so it does make it a hard car to pass.
Roger just needs to set up turn 1 with a little switchback, and I think he's got him. Gotta be patient and really stick him with it.
What happened to the hole? Put him in the wall, 10-second penalty.
Oh, we can't.
Oh,
Philip's
I'm
been
definitely-
too much. He's been through too much. We can't,
He doesn't deserve
we
it.
can't even joke about that. Yeah.
No,
we
I
can't
just
even joke
I
about
disagree. I think it's on the table for sure.
that. Doug's ruthless. It's like disconnect from pole position, and that doesn't mean anything.
Exactly. You gotta earn this one, buddy.
Oh, a little bit deep there from Roger Rodriguez. Either that or Philip braking a little bit earlier than the Mercedes liking.
Roger's sawing at the wheel, trying to get it to agree
Uh-oh.
with
What?
the curbs.
We might have
What
had
happened here?
did we have a push to pass?
We had a murder. Oh, that's easy. Yep.
Oh.
Well,
The person
that
who
sorted itself out.
initiated exactly the person who stuck their nose in was the one on the poor receiving end of that equation. So
A bit of a squeeze from Nico Suave there. It's going to be interesting how the stewards deem that, and seeing as...
Yeah, that will be an interesting.
off going to chicane. Oh,
no!
Artem
Not
absolutely murders our boy Rodriguez. We were talking about Rodriguez issuing the hammer, not getting hammered. Not
He said,
ideal.
"You've had enough turns on the Xbox. It's my turn to play. I want to get him."
Artem said, "Let me have a chance at this Nissan. Get out of my way, pal." Not ideal.
No remorse.
Something else happened to Justin McKechnie. I saw he had a
Yeah.
yellow and dropped down a few
I
positions.
just took a look back. He had a very close battle with Crimson Bat going into the chicane. They touched on the braking point. Justin went flying straight on and then ended up spinning off to the right-hand side there.
So something
not a great look.
Something in the air around the 18-minute mark just made everyone frenzy.
People got tired and said, the admin's saying I can bump people, so I'm gonna bump people.
I never said there wouldn't be a consequence. I just said it's on the table. We here at Sim Racing Alliance only convey clean and respectful racing.
Sometimes.
Through 7 weeks.
The 8th week, all the gloves are off.
I mean, did you see Bailey and Jason last night?
No, but I'm sure they were terrible.
It was really funny watching them because Jason was like, let's give the stream something entertaining to watch. And he said, Bailey, wait for me. And then they just like, Bailey just straight up drove through Jason and this chicane, like, no braking.
No, I don't want to hear that.
It was really funny.
My pregnant wife wanted me to take care of the baby, so I hung up the racing boots for the final week, which was sad, but I'm happy to be here with you tonight, gentlemen.
07.
07.
Wait, did Matt Arden did it! The Mad Lad did it! He might be getting a penalty, but it doesn't matter. He's gotten past the old tires of Philip Mueller. Let's go back and see how that transpired. Looks like Philip just went onto the part of the track that just got absolutely no rubber on it. Matt Arden up the inside. No push to pass here, or at least the wrong car, but...
At least not yet.
Instead, step aside, Roger. Let me show you how to pass him.
Easy money.
Got the move done.
Ryan is asking you, Doug, are you pregnant again?
I am not, but my wife is. Baby number 2 on the way.
Doug Jr. on the way.
Nah, it's another girl.
Hey,
Girl dad.
let's
doubling down. Baby 1 loves race cars, so I'm already in the moves.
This is good. We got SRA Season 45 D1 champion coming up.
Exactly right.
Oh,
for your calendar, you're going to need a coach.
Exactly.
Whoa.
Big slide.
That's not how you take that corner.
Let's hop back on this battle. These two have been pretty inseparable for a very, very long time. Martin Smith, of course, making a move into P2 at the start of the race, and then Mason had a nice moment where he had some overlap, but then went pretty far off track. So I imagine Martin might be putting a ticket in for an unfair advantage taken by the car ahead of him, by the D2 champion. Very unethical driving from the champion, I must say. He should give that back.
I was wondering if Mason was thinking, you know what, I can't pass, so maybe I can build enough of a gap to offset the penalty that might come up, but Martin Smith has said, I'm just going to stick on you.
With that, looks like Ren had a nice run on Mike. It was going into the chicane, but it started all the way in the corner before. Was able to get past going to the chicane there, so nice job, Ren. Up in the P16.
That was almost a copycat move that he pulled on Mike earlier.
Yeah. Sigas VG electing to defend the inside, but Tristan Zamora is going to try to keep him as honest as possible. He's going to squeeze him all the way into the braking zone, trying to pull the over and under, but the inside turns into the outside. Sigas VG, a little bit of a bump there from Tristan Zamora, and both of them colliding again, doing a little bit of synchronized spinning. Through goes Lucas Clanceres and Shane Lewis. The both of them suffered more. Oh, something in my computer is disconnected, but it's okay. Got a nice battle here between 4 cars, now 2 cars next to each other. Tough racing.
Yeah, the gloves are off. Bare knuckle brawl right now for the second half of this race.
That was gonna hurt.
Turn 2 here is such a tricky turn to battle into. I've just seen so many incidents there that looked exactly like that.
You often just converge into the apex, whether you're going deep or cutting back. So
yeah, it's a big sweeping corner, but there's really only one true line because of the lack of grip everywhere else.
Yeah. Well, you had an incident that was almost exactly like that in D3 yesterday.
Diego, my biggest fan. People know.
Well, Mike is
Hey,
acting
Diego,
weird.
I mean, Doug was encouraging it, so.
Like this.
Now back quickly with our race leader, Tyler Egley, in the lead by 9 seconds. Fantastic dominance from him, honestly.
While we've
stuff.
been chatting, he's just been putting in lap after lap. Easy peasy.
Chilling like a villain. Martin Smith still trying to find a way past Mason Moffitt after he took an unethical line for the ending of the first bit of the Mercedes arena. Mason Moffitt has held position ever since.
Perhaps he should take an unethical line himself.
Cut the chicane, or at least drive through him. Either or.
How many speed tokens do you have to spend? Yes.
He's got a bit of a run here. Hold on. He's electing to go defensive into the
stick the
chicane.
nose in.
All right. How is this going to end up? Martin Smith brave on the brakes, trying to stick it as close to him, alongside him as possible.
Great racing.
Nice.
Wasn't able to make anything out of it, but Mason defending like a champion. He is. Still in P2.
All right, Martin.
A lot of
now-
respect going into that.
Now, stick the nose up the inside of turn 1. Like he owes you money.
Give him a little sniff. Oh, almost a sniff there.
That was
Yeah, that was a sniff.
That was a whiff, not a sniff.
Definitely smelled the fumes of fuel coming from the back of the McLaren there. Like, oh, I'm way too close for comfort here. Let me go back a little bit.
You also need to wear his brown pants after that one. Definitely a different scent coming out of the car than just rubber and fuel.
Yikes. That's... Oh.
He
Woof.
wore his brown racing suit.
It is Whopper Wednesday after all.
It
What
went right
what'd
through
that
him.
mean?
It went right through.
Top on board the other Audi. We completed, of course, a pass through other unethical ways. But hey, he's got a gap now to Philip Mueller of 2.4 seconds, so it's all worth it. Needs to be 10 seconds though if he doesn't want to lose a position.
Calculated.
Nine and a half minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. D2 is ticking down to the wire here. Tristan Zamora is battling here with CSVG, able to keep or overtake him. So we did see the two come together earlier at this very section of the 2 laps ago. Now Tristan Zamora is past him into P24, P23.
SVG basically driving through the grass instead of the apex of that corner, making the corner sequence as short as possible.
Hashtag esports line.
Hashtag landscaping.
Esports line. You guys remember the bit?
I do.
Oh my goodness, Nico Suave's car just disappeared for a split second.
Yeah, that's never what you want to see as the car behind. But especially when you got pace. Wow, getting a little bit sideways. I wonder if Matt's running the 0 TC. He doesn't usually run 0 TC, I don't think. I think he's usually a TC1 kind of guy.
Might look here. Nope.
All aboard the course train.
Oh, he's all over him. There's no way Nico doesn't get past. Matt has got the grip.
I think he's struggling to find the grip. Looks to be all out of sorts, just trying to follow him. We talked about earlier how getting in these trains is super annoying, especially for the tires. You're trying to find a way past, but you just can't. All roads lead to damage, but looks like he's got a pretty close following here. Now Artem's
This is
gonna
the
look to go
move.
around the outside. Nico Suave squeezing him to the outside line, but he's gonna remain his position at the apex and still ahead of him in P8.
You gotta do a switchback.
I feel like it's hard to make. Yeah, it's hard to make anything work there, switchback related, unless the other car goes deep. Wow, speaking of going deep, that is.
You got it done.
Is he keeping that? Yeah. Did he
pretty
stay
good.
on track? That's a
Very
question.
brave move there.
That was insanely brave, and they closed down 2 seconds. Philip was 2 seconds behind, I think, just last lap, and now he is looking, you know, right at the back of Nico. He's not going to be doing anything because his tires, but or at least I can't imagine he would. But yeah, it was super. I mean, that was a huge send there from Matt Arden.
I mean, Philip is close. He might go for a move here. He does have the acceleration of the Nissan. Nico's actually electing to go defensive here as these two approach turn 1 here, going through the bend of the road, braking at the 100-meter board. Philip knows that, you know, his tires are old. He's not going to try to do anything crazy, which he does not. He's in P10. He's only got 6 minutes left before he crosses the line as a team champion for sure. As Thomas Olhazen is in P4, so it's 2 consistent all season.
These two have won a...
from them.
Yeah. Did they win a couple already between the two of them?
I don't think so. I
At
think
least 2 team championships. Then Thomas had 1, pretty sure, to himself.
Yeah, I
There's
could
been
think
lots
of.
Chewies.
I mean, I remember. Yeah, I remember they did a Chewy IRL with wine, which that was one of the classic Chewies.
The bougie
But,
Chewy.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did
it
that.
was a bougie.
And they did a cheesy also. I think.
True. Yeah, that's right. With wine,
These are
they like the wine.
seasoned champions.
Yeah.
that's good.
They also did it with like some hard whiskey too, if I remember correctly. Like not like beer or anything, just straight whiskey.
Yeah.
Obviously the talk of the town in the offseason, who's going to do what for their shoe. I think last season we had someone flying a plane and doing a shoey,
That's right.
which is insane.
FAA was not impressed.
Meanwhile, I beer boarded myself.
Yeah, I was
That
gonna
was it.
say you had a
We don't need to talk about that one. I'm never doing that again.
Well, you
On
gotta
camera.
up it now.
Yeah, on camera.
What's the next best torture method that involves liquids?
The guillotine.
Oh, I'm doing it.
And
Coming
he was
soon
never
to
heard
a
from again.
Twitch stream near you. The beer guillotine shoey.
We'll accept Iris back so that she can edit the video for you.
Hey guys, so Anton really went through with it. He'll no longer be racing in SRA.
He'll no longer be doing anything because he's dead.
God damn.
It's actually been me this whole time.
Oh yeah, that's an old meme.
It's actually been Iris doing all of my races now. I'm just the figurehead.
Yeah, you're just the pretty face.
You show up and
actually
live
just-
commentate.
You're just a Claude character now at this point. This is
Yep.
just AI slop coming straight through the mic here.
Hold on, I'm running
All
out
right,
of
conspiracy
tokens.
theory. Yeah, exactly. Conspiracy theories aside. 3 minutes left. So basically we have 2, maybe 3 laps left. And it's looking like it's clinched here, boys.
Oh,
I don't know. I think Tyler needs a few more seconds of gap to really be comfortable.
maybe.
Good move.
Yeah, and then a good move here from Crimson Bat as well.
That's Mac
He
Morgan
said
actually.
Oh, that's Mac Morgan. Yeah,
He
that's
said,
right.
not so fast. Do you think it was the left Twix or the right Twix that was doing the driving there?
Good question. I ran out of tokens, so I can't answer that as an AI. So
Did you see that there was a company that spent $500 million on AI tokens in 1 quarter?
huge for the program.
I think we can up those numbers.
It was on.
Those are rookie numbers.
And they said it was on accident.
Oh, of course.
that they didn't realize how many tokens they were using.
One engineer had cookie clicker on in the background and didn't realize that he was clicking the wrong cookie.
Whoa!
That's a murder. Mike Gino just gets bodied.
That's twice these two have come together in the same corner.
I looked away for 1 second.
Trying to check your Claude subscription model. But yeah, Gino just gets deposited on the right side of the track there.
That was an impressive amount of jiggling for arguably what was a rather light contact. But
It went
the
on
result
ACC.
was
Uh,
unfortunate.
Especially turn 2 here. I mean, that sort of thing just happens all the time at that turn. It's a deadly turn.
There's no grip on the outside of the track, and then there's a bunch of marbles, so I think it just compounds the issue. So Gino got sent out into that area of the track and found what is essentially ice. The fact that he didn't just clatter the wall is a miracle.
Indeed. Tyler Egerly crossing the line one final time here to start his final flying lap. With a minute to go, the race has pretty much ticked down to the wire, and gotta say, honestly, you don't even know between the two of them, between Philip or Tyler, who would have won the race. But of course, Philip would have started on pole, and it could have been a completely different story. With Tyler just storming away in the lead, 10-second gap to Mason Moffitt. So even if he punted somebody random, right now he would still be in the lead post penalties, and it just goes to show what a dominant performance from the Mustang driver so far. But of course, talk of the town, Thomas Olhausen and Philip Mueller. If they do cross the line, which they probably will in about a minute and a half time, they will cross the line as team champions. But even better, Caleb Tenney holding station in P5 is going to be a silver winner ahead of Sean Curcio, ahead of Jess Osborne, who has had a pretty decent recovery drive sitting in P12, and Philip Mueller undercutting from lap 1 in the top 10. So fantastic from them. You're going to see here's from everybody mentioned. We still have a couple of battles going on here. Shane Lewis trying to chase down Lucas Gonzalez here in the final lap. That car has definitely seen better days. Trying to set up a little over and under, going around the outside. Not going to be enough. But Tyler Egerly gonna cross the final sector point here through sector 3. Send it for the culture. Is not. But I'm sure he's going to be going around this bend here. For the first time in Division 2, Tyler Egerly is a race winner. Taking the checkered flag in style, doing a little bit of a power slide in the Mustang. Fantastic job from Tyler Egerly. Taking that P1. Mason Moffitt in P2 right now, closing out a fantastic season, but not sure how Martin Smith is going to approach this, as he did go off track and gain a sizable advantage. But Mason Moffitt rounding out his season to a fantastic ending, finishing on the podium. But of course, Thomas Olhausen crossing the line. Philip Mueller just got to wait for his teammate to cross the line as well. They're going to be team champions. Gonna see some donuts for sure. Tyler Egerly's doing them already. But of course, Caleb Tenney as well. Champion, silver champion in Division 2 with the Hohen Motorsports. What a livery to win as well. Fantastic stuff. Gonna join his good buddy Tyler in doing some donuts. And of course, you can expect Thomas Olhausen to be doing some reconnaissance laps. Philip Mueller crossing the line, our pole sitter in P10. Fantastic result all season long from these guys. They can be happy that the season has rounded off to a close the way it has. But Jess Osborne, hats off to him. He drove a fantastic season. Very unfortunate on the opening laps here. It's finishing in P12. Sean Curcio as well. Big shout out to him for a fantastic silver fight. But Caleb Tenney still doing donuts. Thomas Olhausen doing his good old reconnaissance drive. Tyler Egerly done with donuts for the time being. And
G frickin' G, boy.
G frickin' G.
Well done.
Exactly.
Well done. Well, gentlemen, excellent job all season long from the booth here. Give yourselves a resounding pat on the back as the final cars cross the finish line here, bringing this excellent Season 18 to a finish.
What a doozy.
Was a doozy. It is over. It is over. Tyler Egerly wins the final round of the season. Air horn. Where's the soundboard? I gotta play it. Where is it?
No, that's not it.
There we go. What a fantastic ending for the season. Thank you everybody for joining us for the stream. But we do have, of course, the best part of the stream. We have the interviews where we get to talk to our race winners and podium finishers and our champions for the season. So it's going to be a fun one. Stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, yeah, I mean, what a season, guys. What a season.
What a season. On that note, I have to hang it up and go to bed because I'm going out of town tomorrow. But I love each and every one of you. And thank you for your participation, both on track and in the booth. And we will see you for another successful season 19.
Woohoo. Thanks, Doug.
Dude.
Thanks, Doug. Appreciate it.
POV, what you wanted to see tonight. Oh my god. All right. He's out of here. Jesus Christ. All right. Well, that's the head admin right there, the head honcho. We are very cool here at SRA. The best.
So cool.
So cool. I mean,
Never been cooler.
Yes. All right, let's get some interviews in. We're gonna start off with our podium finishers, then we're gonna round off with our champions, of course, to finish with style. We're gonna get Martin Smith in here. Martin, welcome to the booth. Awesome race to watch from your perspective. I imagine, Mason overtaking you off track, not the best thing in the world, but you can be happy with the P3. Fantastic season for you. Talk about it, the race from your perspective. Martin, hello.
Oh, hey, sorry. Talking to me?
Yes, hello.
I
How
was
are
just
you?
walking around. Good. Can't complain. I did not expect that again, but I'll take it. Got a great battle again with Mason. So, Tyler, congrats to Tyler on the win. Congrats to Mason on the championship. I don't know who's got the team win, but good job to everybody. Clean race. What more can you say?
Yeah, finishing on the podium in the last race this season. Of course, you were a winner this season in D2 as well. Looked like you were pressuring Tyler Egley for a good bit of the first 10 minutes, and then the pace just kind of fell away. Did the tires feel a little bit difficult to come to grips with as the wear kind of set in the Audi there?
Not as much as I expected. I was kind of nursing the tires, in fact, because I did kind of foresee that might happen. So I don't know. He pulled away just on merit, I guess. My tires, they went away, but not in any extreme fashion. So again, good on Tyler.
Absolutely. And I did mention that Mason, you guys were battling. He was on the outside of you into turn 5, overtook you off track almost. What do you think of that? Because that could be.
Well, we were just in chat right now. He assured me it was purely illegal and there was nothing of concern to watch there. So I'll just have to take his word for it.
100%, yeah. Purely illegal.
Yeah.
The game handles those track limits.
That's right.
Well,
no, I don't have a problem with it. It's a close battle, fun race. I mean, he would have had me probably anyway. So we'll see.
Yeah, and I mean, tell us about your general, expectations with the outcome of your season. Of course, you maiden win for you at Wet Monza, a fantastic race. Are you satisfied with the way that your pace was this season?
Yeah, I was a little surprised. I guess I've improved over previous season. And yeah, I mean, there's some things I'm still making mistakes here and there, always room to improve, but for sure, yeah, all around, my best season so far. I'm not going to complain.
Absolutely. Guys, do you have any questions for Martin? Well, he's still here for the final time.
You have a favorite race this season?
Oh, it'd have to be Monza. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be Monza.
Gotta be. Come on.
That first win, that was sweet.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Martin, any shouts you want to make before we send you back down?
Oh, just the usual. I mean, I appreciate the work you guys do. everybody in the race who just kept it fun and close, all the admins, the usual suspects. Appreciate you.
That was good. Yeah, Doug was actually in here during the race, so we were watching, the four of us watching you and Mason duke it out, so it was a nice time. Definitely check out the stream after. It was a good one.
I'll make a shout out to Selena, because the 2 races that she didn't show up are the 2 races I had a podium, so I think I have to thank her.
Good luck, Charm, Selena not showing up.
It would have been upside down for me, so it's just too good.
I love that. Awesome. All right, well, congrats, Martin. I think you'd be happy with the way your season has gone. Obviously, win a couple podiums here and there, so awesome job. Hope to see you around next season, though you've gotten pretty fast, so we'll see. All right, we'll send you back down. Have a good evening, man.
Yep.
All right. I do want to get through these interviews quite quickly because we have a lot to go through, but we do have good old Mason Moffat in the booth for the millionth time this season. Welcome, Mason. Of course, we had your championship interview last week. Obviously, a week has gone by. Has the feeling mellowed out at all, or do you still feel on top of the world?
I think, yeah, I'm pretty happy still, but yeah, I'm just focused on that race because that race was kind of crazy.
Yeah, we just talked to Martin. It was a pretty tense battle between the two of you. Nurburgring, pretty difficult to get by, and we did watch you make a perfectly legal move around the outside.
Yep. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong.
The game handles those track limits, of course. So
I got a no time gain, by the way.
We did mention that, how it just gives you a no time gain randomly after like 50 minutes in. But yeah, of course, I can make as many comments about your season as I want. It's been absolutely fantastic, electric watching you. Super consistent all around. But I asked this to Martin. I'm going to ask you the same. Was it what you expected going into the season? Because I think a lot of expectations change even after the first round. So talk about that with us.
Well, going into the season, I thought I was going to be like trying to fight for like top 5s. I didn't know that it was going to be this good, but I was expecting like Crimson to be really competitive in more races, but apparently he was only got Suzuka and one more track, I forget what it was. But yeah, I knew that the Nissans were going to be a threat, but I didn't think they were going to be that big of a threat, especially because they actually did practice a lot, or a decent amount this year. Yeah.
So I'm pretty happy with the Drivers' Championship, but the team just kind of fell away from you guys. Was it drive to survive drama? Was it at all because your teammate didn't practice as much as you did?
Nah, Mike did his best, bro. I think it was just the Nissans and Philip and Thomas were just on another level. Like they were in the races where they were quick. They were just 1, 2, 2, 3. Like they were just up there together, and that was what made the difference. They were just consistent together up there.
Absolutely. Very sportsman-like comments from you, which is awesome to see. How are you feeling about next season? Of course, winner in D2, gonna be more than likely put in D1. I could probably bet my entire life savings on that. You excited for the challenge, or are you putting yourself into maybe like a reality check? Because D1 and D2, a bit different, but you really proved yourself to have some strong pace.
It's going to be really difficult, and I'm going to be a lot farther down. But I'm thinking about maybe doing a car switch, depending on how the testing goes. Because I've done the McLaren, I don't know how many seasons in a row, like 3 or 4. So I think it might be time for a car switch, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Excited to see you there, guys. Any questions for our D2 champion and P2 finisher?
I wasn't here for last week. I just wanted to shout out last week because that was an awesome race.
You were here. What?
Thank you.
I wasn't in the interview. I had to leave early for the interview.
That's right. I was gonna say.
So I couldn't chat, but yeah, I just want to shout out that last race because that was insane.
Thank you.
Any Shoey plans?
Yeah, so I'm going to Mosport for the IMSA race in like July, I think it is. So I'm gonna do it there.
Huge.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh,
You should do it
sneak
on the grid
preview.
walk.
You should do
Maybe
it while
we'll see.
driving the car.
Nah. Okay.
Super responsible suggestions here. All right, Mason. Any shouts you want to make?
Yeah, of course. Always my parents, my dad for letting me use the sim. And then I also want to shout out Martin Smith this time because I had a great battle with him and it was very fun last race of the season.
100%. All right, Mason. It's been a pleasure seeing you dominate these races. Kind of miss having Michael Jeffries be that thorn in your side, but alas, you could be proud of the work you've done this season for sure. Looking forward to that show of yours.
Yeah.
All right, have a good night, man. Good stuff.
You too.
What could have been? They were so close together on track, and then Jeffries, but and I was looking forward to that. It would have been an awesome battle between the two of them. But freaking sim magic pedals. All right, let's bring in Tyler Egley.
Aren't very magic.
Brew. Let's bring in Tyler Egley, and then we'll bring in the champions. Mr. Tyler, you are been here for a couple of times now, not as a winner, but now as a winner. So first and foremost, how does it feel? Because that was a dominant win.
Pretty good. I don't know if I expected that to happen, at least not in the finale. So yeah, feels pretty good.
Yeah, we obviously saw Philip disconnect at the start. We did see him blink a little bit in and out. Did you feel a sigh of relief almost when you saw him disconnect from the lead? And then you were kind of just like, okay, let me just get my head down? Or was it more of a, like a remorseful feeling?
A little bit of both. Obviously, when somebody goes out, it's one less person that you have to try and race against to get the positions for the championship, but also it sounded like it was completely out of his control, so I definitely feel for him. But yeah, it threw me off a little bit and probably helped me that it moved me to the inside position on the start. So it wasn't expected, hadn't practiced for that too much, but it ended up working out. And but I think if he had been there, the race would have looked very, very different.
Yeah, he pulled off a lap 1 undercut and was able to go from basically last place in the pits to P10. So it would have been for sure interesting, but definitely no slouch or no slander to your pace because you won by 10 seconds over the D2 champion and someone who was also looking very, very fast. Putting some pressure on you at the start of the race was Martin Smith. Did you mentioned expectations at the start of the race for the final round? I wanted to ask you, of course, you were one of our D2 Silver drivers who got promoted. Talk about just the roller coaster that has been your season. Of course, starting off in silver, but just climbing the ranks and now a D2 winner.
Yeah, I think the beginning I was just trying to get into the rhythm of D2, considering it's my first season. I didn't really know what I was getting into, didn't know the drivers that much. But as the season went on, I had a couple good races, especially at Laguna Seca, and I also had a couple bad ones. Monza, for sure. I could have definitely gained a lot more at Nurburgring with some bad pit stops and incidents. But yeah, to pull it back in the last race, and I think I'm pretty sure I've secured P2 in the championship. I'm very happy with that result.
Speaking of the championship, I do want to see if the standings are updated. They are not, but with that win, you would for sure secure it over Thomas and Philip. So that's a fantastic way to end the season off. As a race winner, fastest lap as well. You were absolutely flying today. And you mentioned just we talked about this with the other drivers. Just the expectations kind of switch. Race to race, especially from the start, you just realize like, oh, maybe I can do something. And you were in D4 last season, so honestly, seeing your progression has been, with how meteoric your rise has been, it's been a fantastic thing to watch. And personally, big shout out to you from myself, because it's not every day you see someone like starting in D2 Silver and ending up as a D2 winner in the final race. So I'm really looking forward to see your pace gains in the off season and in seasons to come. Guys, any questions for our winner? Because race was uneventful for him, but man, it was a fantastic domination to watch.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, did you get bored?
Absolutely not. No, I was wired the whole time, because it's one of those. It's more forgiving than some other tracks, but it's definitely, any track you drive on, one little mistake can be 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds gone. And I did actually think that I had sped coming into the pit lane, so I was kind of nail biting as soon as the car came back down on the ground after changing tires, and thinking that I was going to be having a drive through. So no, it was tense, despite what the time scoring said.
Spoken like a true winner.
Well, Tyler, that rounds out our questions for the rest of the season, because looking forward to maybe, I don't know if we'll see you in D2, maybe a D1 promotion for you on the cards, but until then, would you like to make any shout outs before we bring you back down?
Shout out Sig. Thanks to him for being my teammate this season. He was more of a help than I think he realized. And shout out to my girlfriend. She loves to watch the races. She's usually suggesting that we watch D3 races, and I use it as an excuse to, get a little scoop for how the race is going to look the next day.
Smart, yeah.
And shout out you guys. Thank you all again, everybody who organizes these races. It's a great time.
We love watching you guys just either dominate or have the battle of your lives. Either or, it's fantastic entertainment.
Or go bowling.
Or go bowling, like Doug Mitchell in the booth was talking about.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Tyler.
Hopefully not too much of that tonight. Hopefully not too much.
It was a little bit here and there everywhere.
Yeah, all right.
A respectable dash. Sprinkle.
A sprinkle of bowling.
Jesus Christ. You guys are crazy. All right, Tyler. Again, fantastic way to close out the season, and can't wait to see how much faster you get in the next coming weeks. So it's going to be awesome to see.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
All right. Now we're left with the champions. Of course, we're going to start off with let's bring Caleb Tenney up. Caleb, it's been a while, or been a week since you've been up here.
It's been a week, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that it was a fantastic quali from you, fantastic season, and I mean, what a battle with the silvers it was for the entirety of it. I mean, I think it's probably one of, if not the most entertaining silver fights that I've ever witnessed, and you closed it out like a boss. I mean, talk about your quali and just the start of the race, closing up into P2.
Yeah, knowing how close we were going into this final race, I knew, I was like, I got a shot at this. This is going to be a best shot as always, as ever. So I practiced a whole bunch this week, and I had like one time that was in, like during my time of practice, that was in that 154.4 range, and only one. I think the next closest was like in the 8 or 9s or something. So like way off the usual. So I'm like, okay, I don't think I can count on that, but I just got to try and get my consistency down and just give myself the best chance. Knowing Jess is pretty quick. And that whole qualifying, going back and forth, me on top, then Jess, and then me getting it back, and then both of us fighting at the end there. And then, getting that killer final lap in the 4s again was just, everything lining up just how it needed to for that qualifying.
Yeah, and we talked about how important it is, especially in a championship setting, putting that practice in. And Nurburgring is no slouch. It's very difficult to get a hook up a lap here, and you're able to do so. Qualifying, very important here, of course, very difficult to pass. We did notice you were pretty keen in not fighting for the top 3. Was your mindset just keep ahead of Sean Curzio, keep ahead of Jess? Jess had a bit of an unfortunate start, which saw him go back all the way to like P28. So what was going through your mind when you started the race there?
Yeah, so I knew going into this race that I obviously don't want to let Sean get too far ahead of me because he's, a little farther behind in the championship, but not that much farther. So I knew Jess was the one I really needed to hone in on and pay attention to. And so you have the qualifying battle. I get a nice buffer from that with all the golds filling in the middle. And so I knew, I think it was a 9-position split or something like that. But I knew that was enough. I need maybe 2 or 3 positions to stay in front. So I was like, okay, I just need to not die on this race. And so let's play hyper conservative. Felipe disconnecting and getting it stuck in the pits after the pole position freed up an extra spot. But Mason and the Audi cutting in front on the first turn there, I was like, I just need to survive. And I let those go. And I knew I was still in a good position. It would have been nice, but I was gunning for the championship with that. And, I made a mistake at turn 11 about halfway through and lost another position to one of the Nissans. And I was okay with that. I held it in front of Kershaw and got a 5th place. And that gave me the first in the championship. And that's what mattered.
I mean, that's big for the program. That's really what you want to do looking into the race. I think, Anton, you asked me about how I went into my championship race, and it seems like you are way calmer than I was last season. So props.
Thank you. I had being in the race chat with my teammate, and Sig joins us in there too, but that helps just keeping you calm and collected during a 60-minute race, especially for the last probably 30 minutes. I'm sandwiched between Olhausen in front and Kershaw behind. And I mean, we probably went 15-20 minutes with the 2 of us being split by less than 2 seconds.
All right, sorry, I was having some problems with my throat.
He was getting choked up over your victory.
He was so happy with how this silver championship went for me. He's just coughed up. He's choked up over it.
I had like a popcorn kernel stuck in my throat from earlier, and it's just not great.
That's how entertaining the
popcorn for your Twitch stream. Was. That's entertainment right there.
Yeah.
No, it's from before, like a couple hours ago. It just launched itself in there. Oh man, well we're good now. We're good now. Caleb, fantastic stuff this season. Any shouts you want to make? Because I'll make a shout out to you, Jess, Sean, all the silver guys. That was awesome to watch. But of course, it's your time in the spotlight. How would you like to use the final moments?
Yeah, thank you guys. So yeah, shout out to my teammate Travis Fletcher for being an awesome teammate, rocking the Groudon livery to complement my Kyogre livery. Shout out to Jess for the championship battle. Shout out to Sean for the championship battle. Shout out Tristan, my old teammate, and shout out Sig for hanging out in the chat with us and just being a fun dude. And then shout out my son Miles, who's 15 months old and cute as a button, and someday I'll get to show him that I won SRA season 18 Division 2 silver.
Are we gonna see Miles in a SRA race soon?
I'll prep him. If we're still doing this in 14 years, then I'll get him in for sure.
Yeah, we got Doug's daughter as well lined up to become season 45 D1 champion. So
both of them.
Miles, you got to strap up.
Yeah, that's
bring the competition.
I love it. SRA Academy program. Let's go.
Love to see it. Well, fantastic job, Caleb. You could be happy with your production this season. Fantastic way to close out the championship, honestly. I mean, last week, mega result. This week, even better because it sealed it off. So,
thank you guys. This was a blast.
My mic cut out. Thank you, Jack.
Going so
it's
well.
perfect. It's perfect.
All right, we'll send you back down, Caleb. Fantastic.
See you guys.
All right, one more interview. It's gonna be.
Yep.
Let me see if I can bring them in. Both of them. The Nissan boys. The boys are back in town.
Gentlemen, what
Gentlemen,
up?
Philip. First
Happy
of all,
to be
man,
here.
I'm so sorry for you, man. That
Yeah, you know, SRA servers, they love me, but you know what? You know the saying, if everywhere you go it smells like shit, maybe you should check the bottom of your shoe. So maybe it's, you know, maybe it's my problem. Maybe I have to change out my router or my modem or something, because yeah, it's just bummer. Like, I'm trying to be hype, like, hey, we get to do a shoey, but I'm tired of getting disconnected from races, man.
it's not the first time you're disconnected from a points paying position as well, but you're able to honor the top 10. Thomas holding it steady. We didn't see you last week, but maybe just bringing some extra drama for the team championship, some spice.
I wasn't gonna say anything. We were in there the week prior. I was nope. Don't let them know that I'm not gonna be here.
It was definitely a shock to us because you guys were pretty much wrapped up for the team championship, and then that absence just kind of opened up a small mathematical possibility. But I mean, was it ever in doubt? Your guys' consistency has been second to none all season long.
As a team, I'd say so, but Mason was, I mean, he podiumed 7 out of 8 races, is that right?
Yeah, and the one that he didn't was a 4th place.
Yeah, exactly. So,
what a
I
monster.
mean,
He's so good.
it was wild. But no, I heard it wasn't a disconnect. I heard he forgot his Walkman and his Kenny Loggins tape, listening to Top Gun. He has to have that
Danger Zone
in order to race. So he went straight back to the paddock, grabbed it, and started over. And where did he finish? 10th. That's awesome.
More than enough to seal the deal on the championship. And of course, you know, you guys are pretty famous for shoeies around here, the two of you. What do we got planned for that?
I mean, we'll see what the schedule is like. I mean, I've had, so season 14, Arjun commentators cursed us. He said, "Oh yeah, Phil and Thomas, we're gonna see another shoey from them," and then Doug sent his assassins to murder us in the second half of the season. But also at the time he was like, "Oh yeah, you know, you need to like mix it up or something." He said. I guess he was tired of seeing my office. So yeah, we'll come up with an idea.
Well, I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, we'll have to
one.
think about it.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, a couple wins between the two of you. What were your expectations going into the season? Was the target always, you know, eyes on the prize, championship or bust, or you know, it was kind of just from the Honda season last season? It was a bit of a just coming back to earth. So, what was it that kind of set you guys apart from the competition?
I mean, I would say every season we always expect to be not the fastest drivers. There's always somebody better than us it sees. So whether it's, you know, Paulie and Brian Anderson or Bailey Kish or God Mason this season. Tyler this last race. Oh my God, he was so fast. I don't think I would have beaten him from pole anyways. His lap times were ridiculous.
Yeah, he started the season strong and ended it strong.
Yeah, but we're always like, you know, top 10-ish, top 5-ish. And so team championships for us, like we're consistent. We always try to show up for all the races. We always try to at least score a few points. And yeah, I mean, I think team championships are always every season our goal.
Yeah, we were just keeping it, at least for me, my goal was to don't hit anybody lap 1 or any other lap and stay valid as much as I could and just drive consistent laps. This track was hard for me to go because I would catch or at least gain time.
Oh, was that him or me?
No, it was definitely Thomas.
Oh.
It's a sigh of relief for you, I
it's my
imagine.
fault. I'm triggered. Oh my God, the flashbacks.
Not like this,
no. Of course the interview has to go out. Why?
Oh, no.
Oh,
hey, he's back.
Is he back? Okay, was I gone? What did I do?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Weird. Okay, well. Yeah, I was just saying, I was just being as consistent as possible and not hit anybody in lap 1 or the rest of the race and stay valid.
For sure. Guys, any questions for our team champions?
No, just congrats on another team championship and congrats on the consistency. You guys were just super consistent. You mentioned, you know, Mason's podium finishes, but I I mean, you guys were consistent. You had multiple super solid team points positions. You guys were both up there. So, I mean, that's what makes the difference for sure.
Yeah, that's what it takes.
Yeah, and I didn't mention it last time, but I got to mention it this time. But I took home the win on both of the American tracks. So that was awesome.
Oh yeah,
Laguna and Coda.
USA.
Maybe there's something to that.
eight rounds of Indianapolis next time. Is that the hope?
Yes.
Oh yeah, Andy is one of the other tracks I race well at, so I'm looking forward to seeing that one next season.
Oh, predictions.
Oh,
yep, it's coming back.
I like it. I like Indy. So
yeah, me too. I think Indy's heavily slept on. Personally, a lot of people hate on it because it's like, oh, there's no grip here, there's no grip there, but
and it's flat. But I think it's such an interesting track to race on.
Yeah,
that's part of the challenge. Gotta get a little slidey.
Not a fan.
Mr. Mueller, are you happy to be off those tires? By the way, Jess is asking.
Am I who now?
Are you happy to be off those tires?
So last race at Hungary, I did the same lap one pit. On wets, I didn't get my pressures right. That was miserable. Compared to that, this was a walk in the park, dude. I loved it. It was fine.
I figured. I was like, this guy suffered enough last week. Is he really going to put himself through the same torture?
Yeah, that was going through my mind too. I was like, oh my God, am I really going to do this again? I'm like, well, it's an endurance kind of themed game. The tires are designed to last an hour. So, dude, YOLO, let's do it.
Driving the game as intended. Love it.
Imagine that.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I mean, all of his Nordschleife races where he's running, hour on every tire set.
Speaking of, I'm honestly, first of all, that was a mega lap PB for you, Philip. But none of us were surprised as you are a Nords enthusiast. So, wrong part of the forest, but still part of the track.
Yeah, some of it was familiar. Turn 4, I don't think I know how to do correctly. Roger Rodriguez was behind me most of the race, and I swear every time I thought he was gonna rear end me because of how good a run he was getting compared to me. Like I don't normally have to do that turn when I'm doing the 24-hour layout.
Yeah, it's usually a lot easier. It's just to turn 1, then quick left.
Yeah.
That was I was gonna say. Do you ever have the problem like when you first start practicing for this layout where you just go straight into the wall at turn 1,
immediately
basically?
turn left?
Absolutely. I would never do anything that silly. I'm a professional.
I never set up for the going onto the Nords, but I'm not gonna lie. Last time we did a race here, my first practice lap, I went out of the pit and turned left into the wall there.
Perfect. That a boy.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, it's that time. Shout outs. What are you guys gonna shout out?
Go ahead.
Thank you guys. Thank you to the admins for putting on once again another beautiful season of Sim Racing Alliance Team Series. Hopefully the attendance goes back up. I mean, it's kind of sad seeing the decline. We'll write this off as just being it was summertime. People were busy, didn't want to race. I'd love to see 5 divisions next season, but I love this place and I hope it keeps going.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. It's, there was a lot of sentiment about it kind of slowing down, but that's the normal. I think we've seen that every year about this time. So it's going to come back, and it's a great place to race. So I hope whoever listens to this, if they're not racing, gets in here and joins us, because it's a lot of fun. And SRA being able to put this on for us, awesome.
Stop driving LMU. Come back to ACC.
Exactly.
It's fine. We promise.
They don't got Nords on that game.
It's not stale.
I was gonna say, are you guys talking to me or?
We might
Get your
be
butt back in
directing this
here,
at
Donovan.
you. We just need to find a lobbyist to go to Kunos and say, "Hey, fix your servers."
Well, it's not even fixing the servers. It's telling them to at least support them, because at this point,
pay for them.
Full steam ahead on AC Evo.
I still can't run that in VR, so I don't know what I'm going to do if we switch.
Oh boy. No more VR for you, Thomas. No reconnaissance laps.
Oh, speaking of which, I had company on my reconnaissance lap. Did anybody catch that?
We saw a lot of drivers doing donuts to turn 1, and I did go into your car for a moment, but let's see.
Oh, who joined you?
My teammate.
I figured.
And
I was
then
going to say.
Then we did
yeah.
team donuts at the top of the hill after
we missed it.
I missed it.
That's
I think
we'll put it in the Shuey video.
Yes.
Oh, good idea. Yeah, put that
Please
on
do.
repeat in the background.
There you go.
Love it too. Well, you guys have been class of the field team-wise. Hope to see your continued success, and I can't wait to see your Shuey because that's going to be an awesome one. So, congrats again.
All right, thank you guys.
All right, couple air horns for the love of the game. All right, well, let's send you back down, guys. Fantastic job again all season.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Oh, probably going to be the longest interviews of all time, but that's because they were all well worth it. Especially with the soundboards, it made it all the better. Thanks, Jack.
I really wanted to do that.
All right, well, that rounds out another fantastic season of D2 racing. Of course, I'm your host, Anton Roshevich, joined by Donovan for the millionth time, and Jack, thank you for joining us this season. I hope to keep you around because I think the three of us are awesome.
I've had a fantastic time, and I would love to be back. So,
yay! Donovan, are you accepting my
it
rose?
helps that I'm talking with my closest of buds too.
Oh,
oh!
We did share that meal on the beach.
That sealed the deal.
That ransacked boat.
Can't go back.
Yeah. True.
Uzbekistan just scored. It's kind of
they're
big.
playing against Colombia, right? I'm gonna go laugh at Omar after this.
Probably in shambles right now. How do you give up a goal to Uzbekistan?
Hey now, listen. They've got some good chess players. Maybe they've got some good footy players there too. So who knows?
Let's see this goal.
Cue the air horns.
Okay, I will admit that was very poor goalkeeping, but cool to watch.
Cool to watch. Well, another thing that was cool to watch, I hope, was at least this Division 2 season. Once again, thank you so much for joining, everybody. We're going to be hopefully back in action sooner rather than later for Season 19 Division 2 with a brand new calendar. Of course, it switches up every season, and some fantastic racing with new drivers coming in and out, filtering through the divisions. Division 2 is going to be more of the same entertaining stuff. Of course, you can expect that soon, I hope. But until then, I've been Anton, joined by Donovan and Jack. You guys have any closing remarks for the rest of the people watching back home?
Nope.
Nice.
SRA is the best.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lots of really cool people.
For sure. If you do enjoy
forever Whopper Wednesday. Wednesday's better than Tuesday.
Let's go. Taco Tuesday. Sorry, I'm done. If you do enjoy watching SRA content, we do race Divisions 1 and 3 over on YouTube and Twitch on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. At the same time, we do stream over on Twitch and YouTube on Whopper Wednesday. Here we do stream Division 2, of course, both on Twitch and YouTube. So if you're stuck watching ads on Twitch, over on YouTube, enjoy some ad-free experiences. But we also stream Division 4 on YouTube as well. Same time, 9 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays. Whopper Wednesday is in full effect, racing even divisions all the time. But be sure to tune in next season, which will happen soon. But until then, Whopper Wednesday, been a fantastic run. And what was I going to say? Oh, special shout out to Iris for this next segment. I know she's going to love it. But until then, have a fantastic evening. And thank you so much for watching, everyone. See ya.
Bye.
Wait, hold on. Play the air horn. Okay. Bye, everybody.
When I was just a new driver, I asked Coach Jeffries, what will I be? Will I be speedy? Will I crash out? Here's what he said.